A very good Sunday afternoon, my people. It's beautiful outside. And after our class, and let's all go and take a walk together. Let's start with our part 1, breathing exercise. This is based on Taoist longevity breathing exercise. Put your hands up. We are hugging a tree. We'll breathe in as deep as we can from our nose, out from our mouth. Now we will start with our 10 energy movements. Your legs, shoulder arms. We'll do 5 times. They are strengthen our fascia system, strengthen our triple burner, spongial, and also you are creating a healing circle for yourself. Setting up an energy boundary. Strengthen the 6 arm meridian lines. Balance the lungs and colon. The next movement. Detox our gut. If people have stomach fullness, bloating, this is really good exercise to do. The next movement. Balance your 7 basic emotions. If you have neck pain, upper shoulder tightness, too much gas, this is all good for this. And summertime, you should really do more of this movement. Help to balance intestinal inflammation and stagnation, reduce the heart fire, if people, especially in summertime, have nausea, bloating, too much gas, loose stool, this will help too. Next one. Open up the Du meridian line and the Ren meridian line. And also begin to strengthen your tendon. Now, our liver system. The next one, strengthen our kidney system, prostate health, uterus health, bladder health. The next two, longevity movements, open up the 6 meridian lines, very important. Your leg meridian lines. And open up the do meridian line and ren meridian line as well. The last movement, let's put your forehead to the ground. Many of you can do it now. I'm very pleased. Excellent. After exercise, always have a sip of water. Remember how many ounces we need to drink warm water throughout the day? 70. So today I thought we will talk a little bit, since we have gone through the 12 managers during a day, every 2 hours. There's the meridian lines, meridian systems come out more, serve as a manager that help you to organize the whole system. So we've done the 12 of them, called 12时辰. So today I thought we will, since now it's summertime, that we will talk about a little bit about summer health. So think about now, every day, every 2 hours, we know there's a manager, right? Now every season, every 5 days, actually, we'll talk a little more into that. But every season, there is a bigger manager. There's more of the second level management. So in summertime, that which organ system, which meridian lines serve like our manager, a bigger manager. And summertime, 3 months, so there are 4 seasons. Each season, there are 3 months, right? So during this 3 months of the time that they're actually, it depends on which tradition, because remember we said in traditional Chinese medicine, there's a big umbrella. There are different branches. So the branch of nourishing life is from the branch of longevity exercise, traditional Chinese medicine branch, because we mostly either is based on the monastery, the Taoist, the Buddhist teaching for longevity, well-being, and for serving throughout history the emperor's family and the wealthy group. So what this group of people is focusing on is we call Yang Sheng. Yang Sheng is how to nourish one's life so you can reach that good health and you can reach longevity. So it's specifically designed to help with that. And then the other thing is of course, to treat all kinds of illnesses on the way. So this tradition has 5,000 years history, but the branch that I have studied and continue to study, it's about 1,500 years. And my family is practicing this for less than that, about 500 years with records, but before that, there's several hundred years with not detailed record. So that's been said. So summertime, that in this tradition, we split into 2 parts. Part 1, we say the heart system, and that is your manager. That is the second part. When enter August, then the spleen become more of the manager, the spleen system. So today we'll focus on talk a little bit about the heart as the manager, the heart system. So Huangdi, right, the yellow emperor. So he asked his teacher, he says, teacher, can you tell me that is that true in each season when we try to nourish our lives, when we try to really stay away from illness and try to promote wellness, that what is it that what is heaven and earth is doing, what we should be flow with it so we can really take advantage of the energy of nature. So his teacher says, very good question. So in summertime, that the heart, so Boyi says that summertime, that when we see what's outside, our observation has shown us there's abundance of flowers, and then also begin to everything is slowly getting either with vegetables and all this and begin to ripe, but later on the grains, right, the millets and the rice, the flours, and they are ripening. So that the great harvest, really the old times, the ancient times, is toward the fall, right? So but in summertime you see everything is blossoming. It's so beautiful out there, so lush and beautiful. So what does that indicate? That indicate there are two energies, the energy of heaven and energy of earth are intertwined, have healthy intercourse and intertwined together. And because when we see flowering, this is extreme yang. You have to have extreme yang energy to flower. When we talk about later on the fruits is a extreme yin. That's the extreme yin energy fruited together. Think about yang as sperm, the yin as your womb, right? So think about that. So in summertime, we really should nourish the growth, right? The summertime, the heart energy is out. So what we should do, knowing that the heaven and earth have this energy interaction, energy intercourse. So what we should do is several things. We should, if this is any season, we can stay up late, but still no more than 11 p.m. and stay up late. Summer is a season to do that. You can stay up late a little bit, spend more time to nourish your body, right? And so Huangdi Yellow Emperor's teacher says, well, that's what you should be doing. And then you can get up early, right? And 5:30-ish, 6-ish, 6:15-ish, and 6:30, and get up. And that's one thing you should do. And then the second thing you should do is that you should allow yourself to express, allow yourself to do not express, do not hold your emotions, express it out. So gently, right, with methods. And so do not hold that, let it out. And you also should allow yourself to sweat every day. Go outside and really enjoy the sun and let yourself sweat out, because this is one of the best way, one of the proper season to get all the toxins out. Last time we talked about how to build a healthy body fluid system and your lymph, and you should drain it out, let it all out. So go out and enjoy the sun, let your emotions out gently, and sweat yourself out. So these are, and then the other thing is that we should, now, and then the other thing is food, and we should enjoy what we have, because summertime is slowly, go to market, go to farmer's market. And now we have more of the vegetables are available, and now more fruits are available. And then let yourself really enjoy the seasonal eating. So these are the basic things. And then the other thing is, make sure that we always remember to nurture and nourish our heart and intestines, right? So that is the early part of the summer, and these are the things you should do. He says, if you do it right, if you do it right, so in the fall, you will have great harvest. You will, because the fall is where, if you have respiratory problems, and then the fall that shows more. So he says that if you do it right in the summer, so in the fall, you can avoid that. And in the winter, and you will really have strengthened the system. You can really just store everything. And if you don't do it right, then in the fall, you will weaken your system. Then whatever, because the ancient times that the pandemic times it happened more often than the modern times. So we say 3年一大疫, 5年一小疫. So every 3 or 5 years, you see something that people will get, and it may be cause quite a bit of health disturbance in people, among people. So he says, well, then that's what you should be doing. So now it's late July, we're entering, oh wow, are we entering August already? Going to, huh? Okay, so really is use this month to strengthen your heart system and strengthen your intestines. And remember these several things that we just talked about and do. Make sure you drink plenty of warm water. And when you cook in summertime, that you can comparatively, relatively eat a little bit saltier food. That's okay. But again, moderation is the key, and always go with moderation. So there is several exercises we want to do that in summertime is very important, right? One is that we now all have this, right? We can really pet our 大椎 because summertime 大椎 is right here. Right here. Right here. It's right here. And Sarah will send you where is that? It's right here. You just use this to pet them 50 times. And then after this, and find, just measure your shoulder, cut in the middle 50 times. 50 times, right? So you have this exercise. It's really great to strengthen the heart and intestines, right? So that's one thing that you should be doing in July, besides those other things I want you to do. So, and the second part is always 膻中, right? This is the 膻中. That's find your nipples in the middle. Always massage your 膻中. And then third is this meridian line, the Ren meridian line, right? Because in summertime, the heart system and small intestines in July, especially July into August, they're going to be more of the serving as a manager for you. And sometimes people can easily have intestinal imbalances in summertime. So find that Ren meridian line that's right in the middle of this line. And then just do massage. If you know how to do colon massage, you just, instead of doing just the lower abdomen, you bring it up, right? And just do the whole massage. So these are the several things that I think will be very, very beneficial for you. Petting, 膻中, and massage. Okay, so this is a little bit of our summer health. Ask me questions, then we can get more into details.
Thank you, Dr. Liu. I'm wondering if you could give us an example of what healthy expression of like an emotional release would be.
Summertime that we say the heart fire is out. Everything is out, right? So people are more easily to get frustrated, right? And they are more easily to get happy, yeah. And so holding your emotions is that if you have something you want to express, you want to say, and holding it is not to say that. Not holding it, letting it out is to express that. To just express that and say it out, say it loud. If you feel you don't want to communicate with another person and go outside and talk to a tree, just let it out. Do not hold within. Summertime is a time to sweat out. It's a time to let your emotional imbalances and let it out.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, it's just being able to release that, whether it's verbally or not necessarily, but the most important thing is just not holding it within, because that causes.
Not holding it within.
Okay.
That in monastery, summertime is we do more chanting, right? You sing more, and I really do believe that because singing requires 5 basic emotions, the balance that will balance the 5 basic emotions. Not that the music a lot of people are doing nowadays, those are, I don't know. There's no music in it. There's, I don't know, shouting, I guess it's better than not to do it. But through singing, through listening to music, that's very healthy, and singing is also very healthy. Or go out and in monastery we practice this laughter, and you in the morning you just go out and you laugh for a minute and find something, just laugh and have a great laugh. It's very contagious. Because I remember that some seekers, when they come and visit the monastery, and the monks and all stand there like this, and we're all laughing. You just start to laugh, and then visitors, and they look at each other and say, "Oh my God, these people are crazy," and then they start laughing with us. So summertime is really good just to laugh it out. A lot of times, if you feel frustrated about something, give a laugh. Just laugh it all out.
I love the idea of chanting, Dr. Liu, as a way to just bring more harmony and balance to that. That's really beautiful. So I'm wondering a bit, you said that summertime is a time where people could be more frustrated. So it's possible that we might feel more disturbances during this time in terms of like depressive energy or anxiousness. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Because remember, the heart is the organ system that holds 2 parts, spirit and your mind. So when the summertime, the energy is more out, right? So sometimes people feel they have a hard time to control their anxiety and frustration, or they're more easily to feel, oh my God, there's something wrong with me, and to have fear. It's all a part of the too much of heart fire. So when that happens, I want you just to bring yourself, together a little bit and say, hey, well, wait a minute. Well, instead of thinking I have that, could that possibly be this is partially seasonal? And I just need to just deep breathe and go out and laugh a little bit or chant a little bit and come back in and see if we still feel we are that frustrated, we're that overwhelmed. But knowing in summertime, people can easily get frustrated and overwhelmed and almost lose their mind and knowing this is just a part of seasonal change is really not a big deal. So I think knowing that part, that helps.
Dr. Liu, you mentioned that sleeping a little bit later during the summertime is okay. Is that because it's lighter outside during this season, or just the impact on the body?
the energy are not settled outside either. So then we can just go with, but sleeping late is no more than 11 p.m. So we didn't say, oh yeah, you go and sleep, at 2 a.m. or something. Just still that before we say 9:30, now we can switch to 10 or 10:15, right? And spend more time just to do the massage in bed and to read a little bit, or just to meditate, or just to chant a little bit. I can give out some numbers to chant in summertime that will help you to reduce heart fire. And I'll give out those numbers.
Actually, Dr. Lu, if you want to give them out, I'll go ahead and just send them out right now.
Okay, so 200-500-800. 258. I'm not going to tell you what it means, because if I tell you what it means, all of you is thinking about what it means, then those numbers lose meaning.
And that's significant whether it is chanted like inside or verbalized. Either way, it's beneficial.
Chanting inside, if you walk outside by yourself, then you can chant it loud. That also helps.
I'm thinking a little bit about what you talked about, Dr. Lu, with the idea of how we nourish ourselves in the summertime and how that translates to then the fall and then the winter. Just this idea that there's there's continuity from the seasons, and I think that's such a. I don't want to use the word holistic, but that's really such a, I mean, I guess that's sort of like the yin and the yang, right? Like you can never really separate, that there's just constant transformation.
So when they ask me, how do I have a healthier, if when I retire, I will stay healthy, then you got to do it when you're young, right? So you got to nourish, because think about the kids, the spring, right? And young adults or adults, summer into fall and winter you want to harvest, you gotta do all the way through. And that's bring, people, you have kids at home, that don't let them in summertime, discipline them, get them up, get them up, get them out, and tell them, hey, look, you're nourishing your summertime. So when you're old, you will thank me later, right? So don't let them sleep in too much. Don't let them lose that structure and discipline, because let me tell you, whoever wins is the people who are disciplined, because that set up a foundation, right? The structure and the discipline that set up a foundation for your everyday life. Life cannot be random. It is not random. It's a constant flow, supposedly flow with the season, with the energy outside. So when we collectively disturb the energy outside, you will see more in summertime. We cannot hold fire. When we cannot hold fire, we cannot hold water. That's what's happening now. There's so many wildfires out there, and there's so many floods. That means the earth cannot have a healthy interaction between the two very important organ systems, their organ systems, right? The heart and the kidney. When that happens, my people, it is so important for us to create, we call that a 小周天. 小周天 is a small mini harmony among ourselves, so we can sail through and wait out, because nature has a lot of stagnation because of man.
Dr. Liu, I want to talk a little bit about summertime routines. You just sort of touched upon that. You know, kids are out of school, many things are sort of out of the window. You keep such an amazing routine every day. Could you help us prioritize, if you had to say top 3 things to really help us to maintain this routine? I know from talking with clients, sometimes they have a difficult time even remembering our Sunday talks because it seems like everything is just a little bit out of routine.
So, well, summertime, that is, if you have kids, that I think keep them having a structure is important. Then having a structure with them is important. Don't miss your breakfast, right? Drink plenty of water and get the kids out, let them sweat. Go out with them, sweat out. And don't hold your emotions and let it gently out. Do more chanting. And then the other thing is, do not use your phone too long. Don't allow kids to use their phone or TV or whatever the things that too long, because your small intestines, the energy is more out. So your small intestines and your heart system is more vulnerable. If you give too much information, they are not able to process that. Then they will get more frustrated and more depression. So these are the basic things really I try to encourage people do and cook with them. And then cut your activities in half. Whatever it is, cut it in half. It's not that important. Activities without achievements. That's what modern society has come to.
More time to nourish our lives. Thank you so much, Dr. Liu. Words of wisdom. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Dr. Liu and Sarah. Beautiful.
Thank you, Dr. Liu.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Liu and Sarah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Liu. Thank you, Sarah.